Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today, October 4th. Sorry this video is a little late today because, as you can tell, I'm stuffed up. Which is odd because it doesn't feel like I'm stuffed up, but my sinuses are giving me problems to the point that I started work at 1 and I left at 3. I basically came home and went to bed for 5 hours. And I was like, should I do the video now? No, I'm just gonna rest. But this is what I've watched in week 2 of my horror marathon. I got some first time viewings watched, some of them were duds, of course. Of course. And 2 of them I don't have anymore because one was rented from the library and one was on Shudder. So I'll just get started. This is starting from last Friday, September 27th. The first movie I watched was the original It. I've watched 3 movies today, but I'm not going to show them. Then, this is the one I chose to watch out on my parents' big-ass flat screen. Number 26, Jaws. And then number 27 is a great haunted house movie, Legend of Hell House, which I only watched for the first time about 2 years ago. And this one I watched for the very, very first time last marathon. I decided I'm gonna watch it now, and that is The Burbs, number 28. Number 29 was Dawn of the Dead. Then on to September 28th. First one I watched, number 30, was The Exorcist. And number 31 I don't have. It had to go back to the library that day, and I watched Stay. They're slowly sliding down. The Curse of El Lorena. I always want to say El Lorena Ghost, but the Conjuring-like movie that came out earlier this year, it was okay. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10, but it was a little better than the first Annabelle movie. I will attest to that, but I was kind of disappointed in it. I did like the one actor in it. You always see him in the bit parts, and this is like his very first starring role. It was insane. So that was number 31. Unfortunately, it was a disappointment. And number 32, I watched Dracula AD 1972. This is my second favorite out of the Hammer films that I've watched. And number 33 was another first time viewing I watched on Shudder. It's called Hands of the Ripper, which is like, well, it's a Hammer film, but it was pretty good. I liked it. Shows the fact that Jack the Ripper had a daughter, and now she's grown up, and she's killing people now. It's actually quite good. So yeah, that was a 7 out of 10. And I've only got a couple of 7 out of 10 first time viewings on here. Number 34, it's not really horror. It's a musical, but it has characters that are like horror, and I thought, I've never had this in my horror film marathon. And Jenna has it on her, so I'm like, I'm taking a page out of her book, and I'm watching probably my favorite musical of all time, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. I fucking love this movie. Thanks to my best friend, my friend Nick. Best friend, yeah, he is my best friend. I just haven't seen him in a couple years. He showed me that on his birthday, and I fell in love with it. And number 35, classic Critters. I was going to rewatch the whole series, but I figure I'm just going to only watch the first one, and I'm going to watch the new one, Critters Attacks. So for September 29th, number 36, I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Then number 37, I always watch this no matter what. It looked like an orb just went down right there. I watch this every fucking marathon. It don't matter. Because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I got to see it in the theater back in '97, and that is Event Horizon. Number 38 was a first time viewing, and I liked this one, even though the costume is cheesy, the monster is cheesy, but I like the Irish folklore bit of it, and the fact that it was written by Clive Barker, and that is Rawhead Rex. So this was good. It was a 7 out of 10, which just seems to be the norm with the first time viewings this marathon, but I did enjoy it. So And number 39, haven't watched this one in my marathon before, so I was like, yeah, or maybe I have, I can't remember. Oh, weird. Sorry about that, guys. And that is 1983's The Dead Zone. I love this movie. And then I ended that night with An American Wolf. Oh my god, I hate being sick. An American Werewolf in London. English is not my main language, I'm sorry. September 30th, I only got 4 movies watched. So I watched The Blair Witch Project. I don't care what anybody says, I love this film. I still can't believe this is 20 years old. Which means I'm 20 years older. Ugh! Gone from 19 to 39. Ugh! Number 42, this beautiful movie called Reanimata. Yay! And number 34, this is actually my favorite Tobe Hooper movie, and I'm surprised I haven't gotten shit for this. Because everybody picks Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Or Poltergeist. And in my case, I picked Life Force. Now, I gotta say something really quick. This is no longer a DVD combo pack. I say that because my uncle who was visiting, he said he loves this movie. He's been trying to find it. And I looked online for him, and I mean the cheapest DVD. He doesn't have a Blu-ray player. DVD was $80, and the most expensive was $800. So I looked around a couple of places. I couldn't find it, so I just gave him my DVD of this, because I only watched the Blu-ray. And then I ended that night with Hellraiser, which I was going to watch the first 3 films. I'm only going to watch the first one. Okay, and October 1st. Yay! I started it out with a bang. I started it out with Halloween. I was going to wait till closer to Halloween, but I want to watch the series for this, so I was like, you know what, you're just going to start on October 1st. And then I watched Evil Dead 2, probably one of my top 5 favorite horror film sequels ever made. And then number 47 was a first time viewing, and this one, it was another one I rented from the library, and that is the 1958 movie The Blob with Steve McQueen. And so far, this has been my favorite first time viewing, even though, again, it was a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed this one, so I will be on the lookout, because this is the Criterion Collection DVD, rented from the library, so obviously people don't know how to keep Criterion Collections. So I will be getting this one on Blu-ray. I'm going to put that over there, so because I have to take that back to the library. And I watched another first time viewing, and this one I had high hopes for, because I loved the director's 2 remakes, which were Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Friday the 13th. Nope, didn't care for this at all. Exeter, I think it's called. I got this in horror pack, and I was so excited for it. Nope, it will be going in the pawn pile, unfortunately. It was a 5 out of 10. I did like some of the visuals, but story-wise, I couldn't give a shit. The only saving grace was the priest in the movie is the bad guy from Avatar and Don't Breathe. Stephen Lang, I think his name is. Yep, Stephen Lang. But yeah, that one was a dud. Then ended that night with the 1979 Dracula with Frank Langella. I only watched this for the first time a couple of years ago. Or was it last year? I can't remember, because on my Universal Monsters set for the Dracula part, they had a thing called Road to Dracula, and they were talking about the Bela Lugosi version, the Spanish version, and this one came up, and I was like, oh, I want to watch that now. So I did. I loved it. So okay, August. The drugs are wearing off. October 2nd, number 50. I haven't watched this in a long time. I got to see it in the theater back in 2000 with my mom, and like, I think everybody can agree it's the favorite. It's the best and my favorite out of the 5 films, and that of course is Final Destination. I fucking love this movie. It's such a great movie, and in a way I wish they would have just left it at the first one. We didn't really need 4 sequels. So number 51, I watched Ghostbusters. Now, if you're wondering why the ghost is on the other side, this is a Zavi or Amazon. Well, it's from the UK, I'll just put it that way, but I was like, I don't care, it's Ghostbusters in Steelbook. Yay. And number 52, I watched Halloween 2, and I think this is my favorite sequel out of all the Halloween films. Yeah, even a little bit more than the 2018 movie. Number 53, I had high hopes for this one too. Got this in horror pack. It's a found footage anthology, and I thought I would love it, but the first two stories were awesome, and then the rest just... And that was The Dark Tapes. I gave this a 4 out of 10. Nope, didn't like it at all. So I was like, I gotta go to a classic film, and I was gonna save this to closer to Halloween, but then I was thinking, no, I want to watch it now, after that piece of shit. And that is 1988's Night of the Demons. Okay, gotta change my page. Oh, we're only on one more day. So, the movies I watched yesterday, October 3rd. Number 55, I watched my favorite horror film of all time, and that, of course, is 1960s Psycho. But unfortunately, my mom was home, so I couldn't watch. I wanted to watch this on the flat screen, but I was craving watching it yesterday, so... Number 56, I watched Bride of Reanimator. Sorry about that. Love this movie. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I do. And stay! Oh. I need a rope. Number 57 was a first time viewing. Also a horror pack one that, even though I gave it a 6 out of 10, I actually enjoyed it, and I'm actually going to keep it, but I cannot pronounce the name of it. This one, and I didn't have high hopes for this at all, or any kind of hopes, because this is the company, Man-Eater series, that made that terrible Yeti film that we got in horror pack. But I actually enjoyed this one. I know a couple of the people in it, like the main actor. He was in Con Air, and he's also been in a couple episodes of The X-Files. He was the one in season 2. Who had a weird obsession with the beauty department, or like hair and nails, and he was killing people to do that shit. He's creepy, but he was actually quite good in this, and the guy who was in War Games, and that, and it's actually directed by the guy who directed the remake of I Spit on Your Grave. So I was like, I'll give it a shot, and I actually liked it. Like, yeah, 6 out of 10. It's cheesy fun, and I'm actually gonna keep it. And then I was like, what do I want to watch now? I'm gonna watch this. Number 58, it's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I didn't get into the Peanuts stuff till a couple of years ago. This one is my favorite out of the bunch. And then ended last night, number 59, with the very first remake to make the list. Usually I've watched about 4 or 5 of them, but no. I watched 1979's Nosferatu the Vampire. So, I'm not going to show off what I've watched today. I'm just going to save that for next Friday. So yeah, guys, that is it. Some good ones, some bad ones, some that are going in the pond pile. So far, like I said, The Blob, so far this marathon has been my best first time viewing. I'm a fan of Stephen McQueen and monster movies, so that was right up my alley. But I am kind of mad at myself. Like I said last video, I don't want to keep going into the thing of watching the same movies, and I'm still doing that. I've watched only 7 blind buys, so... And like, I was going to watch a couple of TV shows this one, and I don't think I'll get to all of them. The main one I want to watch is Stranger Things. So, yeah, so let me know what you guys think of these titles. Which one's your favorite? Which one you like? That made no sense. Which one's your favorite? Which ones you didn't like? That's what I meant to say. And I don't know what my brain's turning into mush. This was a bad idea to do the video when I'm sick. Goddamn sinus cold. So until my next video, which should be next week, hopefully I will get better over the weekend, because I hate fucking sinus colds. I hope you all have a great weekend. Get this orb out of my face. Have a great weekend. Watch a shitload of movies. And of course, as always, like, comment, please subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye, guys.